Hey friends, Dean here. Before we get you on to your episode, I want to take a moment to invite you to our next virtual online trivia night. Wednesday, May 13th at 8 p.m. Join us either on our Facebook group or on our YouTube page for 3 rounds of fun trivia, music questions, movie questions, general knowledge questions. It'll be a fun time and a chance to win some prizes and have just a good relaxing night of some trivia at home. You don't even have to go out for it. So don't forget, Wednesday, March 13th at 8 p.m. Join us on our Facebook group or YouTube for 3 rounds of fun virtual online trivia. We'll see you there. In this quick hit, we're going to share some fun facts and trivia about Hollywood's most prestigious night, the Academy Awards. We'll be right back.
You're listening to a 3324 podcast quick hit with Dean Legiro, where Dean shares stories and trivia about his favorite chart hits, actors, movies, and more.
Welcome, friends, to this week's 3324 podcast quick hit. I'm Dean Legiro. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to spend with us. We really do appreciate it. You can find us on social media at 3324 podcast on Facebook and Instagram. And if you're listening on Spotify, you can give us a rating. That would be much appreciated as well. So what are we talking about this week? Well, we're talking about Hollywood's most prestigious night when they pat themselves on the back for all the great work they've done throughout the year, the Academy Awards. We're going to talk a little bit about the first Academy Awards and then maybe some fun facts and some fun trivia for you to share with your friends or to show your movie knowledge prowess. You got it from the 3324 podcast, don't forget. So the very first ceremony was held in 1929 at the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel, and contrary to the way broadcasts go nowadays, it only took 15 minutes to present all the awards. And the very first Best Actor was Emil Jannings, and the Best Actress was Janet Gaynor. Now, both of these actors and actresses had actually won for multiple roles because the first year that they did the awards, actors and actresses were recognized for their body of work. So it wasn't specifically about one role that they were nominated for, but what they had done in the calendar year. So in both cases, both actors and actresses had 3 different films that were under their belt that year that they were recognized for. The Best Picture was a World War I war epic called Wings. The statue was sculpted by George Stanley, and it's 13.5 inches tall and it weighs about 8.5 pounds. The first awards were gold-plated solid bronze. Later, they were changed to a pewter-like alloy. During World War II, they changed it to plaster, and they coated it. But in 2016, they did return to the original bronze roots for the statue, going back to the way it was originally manufactured. Where did the name Oscar come from anyway? Well, there's many different stories about this. Bette Davis, the famous actress, is attributed to one of them. One of them is also attributed to someone that worked for the Academy. And it seems like that one might be the most popular, that it reminded this person of their Uncle Oscar. But we do know that as the nickname was used as early as 1931. And then in 1939, the Academy officially started calling it the Oscar as well. So they embraced the nickname in 1939. Before 1953, the award celebration was broadcast only on radio. 1953 would be the first time that it would be broadcast on television and became a TV event. Since 1929, 3,140 Academy Awards have been given out. Next up, we'll talk about some Academy Award records that were set. We know that we've got a lot of favorite actors and actresses that get nominated, and most of them usually end up winning if they keep at it long enough. Well, we've got 2 actors, actually 1 actor and 1 actress, that were nominated many times but never won, and they were both nominated 8 times without a win. Peter O'Toole was nominated 8 times and has never won an Oscar, but he did get an honorary Oscar. And Glenn Close, a great actress, can't believe that she has never won. She has been nominated 8 times as well, but has never taken home one of those statues. Speaking of nominations, who is the most nominated actor or actress? It goes to Meryl Streep, and it's no surprise. Meryl Streep has been nominated a whopping 21 times for her work, and it's certainly no surprise. After nominations, well, who has the most amount of wins in the major category of Best Actor and Best Actress? Well, the most wins goes to Katharine Hepburn. She's got 4 Best Actress wins. In the Best Actor category, that's going to go to Daniel Day-Lewis with 3. Now, you might say, well, Jack Nicholson won 3 as well. Yes, Jack Nicholson did win 3, but one of those was for Best Supporting Actor in terms of endearment. What about directors? Well, there's only one that has taken home 4 awards, and that is the amazing Western director John Ford. He's taken home 4 for directing. Turning our attention to the film side of things, you might be wondering, well, which film has won the most amount of Oscars altogether? Well, we'd have to go back to 1959 for the first one that really set the pace, and that was Ben-Hur, which won 11 Academy Awards in 1959. Well, not to be outdone, a little film about a big boat by James Cameron called Titanic in 1977 would also win 11 Academy Awards. Now, we would only have to go another maybe 5 years later, and Peter Jackson's final chapter in his Lord of the Rings trilogy, Lord of the Rings Return of the King, would also win 11 Oscars in 2003. So no one's been able to top that 11 wins category. And I'm not sure any film might now. I think the era of those big epics has passed us by. And I'm not sure that films even get that many nominations anymore. So that might be a record that is safe for the time being. 2 more final little tidbits. We've got the youngest winner. Who would that be? Well, the youngest Academy Award winner is actually Tatum O'Neal. She won for Best Supporting Actress for her work in the film Paper Moon in 1973. And she was only 10 years old when she did it. To close out this quick hit, the longest telecast of an Oscar ceremony was in 2019, and it clocked in at a sleep-inducing 4 hours and 23 minutes. Quite a far cry from the 15-minute ceremony from the very first Academy Awards in 1929. And we certainly are not going to take up 4 hours and 23 minutes for this quick hit. We're going to end it here. This has been Dean with the 3324 podcast. Thanking you for joining us. And we will see you real soon.
This has been a 3324 podcast quick hit. You can find us on your favorite podcast provider. So please like, subscribe, and rate to become a part of the 3324 family. Your feedback is important, so please make sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at 3324 podcast and on Twitter at 3324p to join the conversation.